And a good Tuesday evening, everyone, as we welcome you live here into Top of the River in Anniston, the catfish capital of this part of the world, that's for sure. Jim Jacobs, James Hardy, the voice of the game of the week, and EA Sports Today's Joe Medley, computer in hand. All of us ready to go here for another week. I'm not even going to try to say what number it is because I don't have a clue. I think it's 8, but we'll see.
7 plus 0.
7 plus 0. Okay.
That's right. Right on the mark.
Right on the mark of what?
Right of the bullseye.
7 plus 0 equals 8.
8. Okay.
That's right.
Man, you guys are confusing me already. Let's talk about football. And, of course, right up front, you see that we have the gold in hand as the battle for the belt takes place this week. This will be the third one we've ever done, and we're going to do it out at Larry Ginn Field where Coach Bullock always says the ghost is alive.
And he never leaves.
No, never does. Out at Alexandria, Cherokee County will come to town and try to take the gold home. They've won one in basketball already from us, but and that was a basketball contest that happened at Alexandria. Cherokee County took home the battle for the belt for basketball a couple of years ago, I think that was, and now they get a chance to get one in football, and they also get the opportunity to put this. I don't know how well you can see that because the camera's not really zoomed in on it, but this is the brand new Coaches Championship ring.
Okay.
Go ahead and praise it, Hardy.
Oh,
no,
right.
Don't be touching it, man. Look, you're as long away from this as anybody I know.
Don't send it over here because I lost my high school graduation ring. So.
That's great.
I bet it wasn't that big.
No, it wasn't.
That's a great-looking piece of bling there.
I'm telling you, and we look forward to giving it to the winning team Friday night. Not only do they get second place in Class 4A Region 6 and get to host a first-round playoff game, but they also get some nice stuff for their trophy case, and the winning coach will take that home with him as well. We've got a huge lineup for you tonight. Lots of folks are coming in this evening. We've already got some of them here in the building. Jake, if you'll throw up there's the slate. Of course, we start with Coach Jacob Kelly and the Cherokee County Warriors. Some of their players are fresh here off a volleyball win in Alexandria. Is that right?
That's what I heard. I heard they won their area final over there in a 5-set thriller.
Jeff Smith will join us after his Booster Club meeting tonight over at Walter Welborn. I wonder – I was thinking about this stuff going home, and I was going to ask him about this if he came down to the trailer, but we never got him there. Did they tell him he has to pay property tax on that field?
Somehow I think it'll be covered.
Yeah, I think so. And you would think they'd get somebody to cut it for him because I know he cuts grass a lot. So, anyway, Coach Smith will be here with us with some Welborn Panthers that had a big night this past Friday night up on the hill, and we were glad to be here. We have our FNN Player of the Week presented by Talladega Short Track. And he's a good one, too. Joe Dozier from the Moody Blue Devils. Not only did he have just a big game against Leeds last week in a hostile environment, but I think 3 touchdowns in that game, Joe, that's pretty substantial stuff.
It is, and that's just a hotbed area for football over there, and when you've done it there, you've done something.
And Dexter Tolbert is slated to join us tonight. He's the recruiting guru behind Dex Preps. And, boy, I got a lot of questions to ask Dex about tonight with all the transfer portal mess and how it's affected seniors trying to come out of high school and get, college invites and, some kind of scholarship. And Dex can tell us all about that and, how all of that has changed and continues to change.
Which
right?
I know with talking with our coaches around the area for the last couple of years, when the transfer portal has come up, even over the phone, you can kind of tell they haven't exactly been thrilled with that concept.
No, I don't think so. So that's our guest lineup for tonight. Real quick, let's hit last week. You were
Same game you were.
No, you came to Welborn. Why do you follow us all the time?
Why do you follow me?
Oh, and we were all on the hill at Walter Welborn High School. Big night for Coach Jeff Smith and his family. And, of course, they came away with a huge win. But I'm going to tell you what, I saw a player on the other side of the ball from Ohatchee, at number 5. What's his name?
Tuio Losega.
I wasn't even going to try it.
And he's got, I think, a sister that plays volleyball there, too. So.
Really? Now, is he a senior, or do they get him again?
I think they get him again next
year. Well, I'm going to tell you what, that kid can play football.
He can also wrestle.
Yeah, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you cover all that other stuff. We don't know all that. Okay, he can wrestle. Well, he can motor too, can he, James?
That's right. What better question is, what can he not do?
He can obviously spell.
Spell, yeah, I guess.
A name like that,
you might need to be able to spell with a name like that. But he was very impressive in the game. It just got away from Ohatchee after a couple of quarters, James, is what I think. The first half was played fairly even. Welborn got a slight edge, I think, going into halftime, but the second half just went Welborn's way. Yeah,
Welborn was just able to dominate the line of scrimmage pretty much the entire ball game, got out to that 2-score lead at halftime, and like you mentioned, just their physicality simply overwhelmed Ohatchee.
Got a room full of guests coming up. We'll start with Coach Jacob Kelly from the Cherokee County Warriors when we come back after our first break here on the FNN Tuesday Night Coaches Show from Top of the River.
Your neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is the home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn bucket. Purchase yours for only $5.99, then bring it for free refills throughout the year. And save every day with your Grub Mart Super Saver Card. When you're on the go, it's good to know Grub Mart has everything you need. Gas, diesel, and delicious Oleo donuts. In business over 78 years, visit your local Grub Mart today.
At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're showing off our school spirit with our newly designed vertical Spirit debit cards. Now, these are customized with your favorite school's logo, and half of every Spirit card purchased goes toward your school. So, show off your colors and support your local school with the FNN Spirit debit card. You can learn more at fnn.bank. Member FDIC.
Family owned and operated for over 50 years, Miller Funeral Home is committed to providing families with the finest services for their loved ones, including our newest service, Aquamation. Aquamation is a gentle, respectful, and eco-friendly alternative to flame cremation. Miller Funeral Home is the only facility in the state of Alabama that offers the Aquamation service. Call us or visit our website today to learn more about how we can serve you and your loved ones.
And welcome back to Top of the River as we are here for our Tuesday Night Coaches Show here with Joe Medley, Jim Jacobs, and the head man over at Cherokee County. And no, it's not Bobby Tittle. It's Coach Jacob Kelly as we get set to talk about the Battle for the Belt game coming up Friday over at Alexandria. And, Coach, it's a big one.
Yeah, it is. We've had a lot of big games over the last couple of years, really. Just ever since I, got here in 19, we've been in positions for, playoffs, region championships, and this year has been no different. It seems a little different just because of the kind of the past success. On our team where we're at right now, sometimes we feel like we haven't, accomplished what we have in the past or whatever. But, I mean, we're still a good football team. We have all the potential to be a good football team. I feel like we haven't peaked at the right times, meaning we haven't played our best yet for 48 minutes. And so we've experienced a little bit of peaks and valleys this year, but, we're still going to work. Trying to improve the things that we've done in past games that maybe hadn't got us beat but have hurt us. And so anyway, going into Friday, we have two days of preparation already, and 2 more days to get ready to go over to Alexandria this Friday night. And we're expecting a hostile environment, good crowds on both sides. I was talking to another media outlet. It might have been this morning or yesterday, I don't know. But, when you talk to the good old boys in both communities, I don't talk to any of them from Alexandria because I don't know any of them, but the good old boys, the Jacks crowd in center, the breakfast clubs at center, the booster club, that go back. I mean, Alexandria and what they say center goes back a long time. Bobby Joe, Coach Johnson, and then, Coach Ginn, and then
not Todd, but his dad.
Yeah. And so it's a huge, meaningful game to both communities. Even me not being from here or Cherokee County, but you recognize the realization of what this game's mean without all the extra of playoff implications and everything else. It's just Cherokee County, Alexandria.
Yep. Big football game, no question. How has your team, I don't know, I guess maybe the best word is transitioned into the reality of this season, no matter how it ends, is not going to be like the last 3? Because if you win it this year or get to go play for it, you're going to have to do it off the road more than likely unless you win Friday night. And then, of course, you get a first-round game at home.
Well, it's been different already because you've had to replace guys. For the last 3 years, we've just had a steady dose of guys that have been in the program for a long time, 18 seniors, 15 seniors, this year 13 seniors. And so you just got a lot of guys that are playing meaningful snaps for the first time, and it's just part of the development of our program. You've had guys like Landon Ransom, Tay Diamond, Caleb Harbor, Tristan Brown that played really since they've been freshmen. So I was telling somebody earlier this year, it probably seems like we redshirt guys and they never graduate. It's like you see the same guys on film. So when you lose 4-year starters in your program, it matters, and so we've got sophomores and juniors and some freshmen that are playing for the first time, and the expectations are you don't have any room to grow. You've got to be a grown man as you take the field, no matter what the situation is. And so we've made mistakes throughout the year, and we've experienced loss. But the thing is have we learned from our mistakes? That's the biggest thing, and that's kind of the biggest thing that we have to do is just to clean up the play and the turnovers and the recipe for disaster is what I call it.
Yeah.
And so we need to do that Friday night, especially because Alexandria's a good football team, and obviously they're going to take advantage of anything that we do to hurt us. Obviously they're going to take advantage of it because it's helping them out.
We talked after the Anniston game, and that was a game you were right there. Obviously, a block punt ended up being a big difference in that game. And you mentioned after that game it's trying to get to being that kind of team that you've been the last 3 years. And with a young team, maybe that arrives later in the season. How close do you think this team is to having that game where they put it all together?
Really just one play away. I mean, when you put a situation like that, but there, if we do punt the ball and it's not blocked, there's no guarantee that the game would have went our way. The game would have been different, obviously, but you got to finish the game, and you got to play 48 minutes in a game against, somebody that has the tools, has the weapons, has the intensity, has the physicality. has the execution, has things in the special teams games that are going to go toe-to-toe. And so, anyway, I feel like the film after is the best tool that we have with our guys because they're kind of like me. They're visual. So we can tell them all we want to. They need to see what that looks like. And so, there were plays in the Anniston game that we let get away. Penalties brought back some of our big plays, but still, we didn't overall execute on every phase. You talk about special teams, that block punt, that was huge play in the special teams game. Defense getting off the field on third down was atrocious. I don't know how many times they were in third and long situations, 10 or more, and they converted on third down in that game. And then offensively, us converting third downs, third and fourth. You can bunch them together. And so just all those things, cleaning it up is what we really need to do, and we need to do it every week from here on out because, we're going into our 9th game. And so there's not a lot of them left, however you want to cut it. Whether we clean it up and win all of them out, like from this point on, there's not a whole lot of guarantees left.
Coach Smith, when he was still at Piedmont, and I talked about this quite a bit over his time because they seem to always find themselves in the, if not in the championship game, in the regional finals or whatever you want to call it, the North finals. Over the past 3 years, you've had 15 extra practices more than every other team in the area that, didn't make a deep playoff run. That's a huge advantage, isn't it?
It is. But I think part of it is just experiencing what it feels like to practice on Thanksgiving. Nothing, to be honest, is more satisfying than having to come to practice every Thanksgiving week, experiencing our team Thanksgiving meal together as a whole, bringing the families in. Last year, we had the best dessert tray that I have ever seen in my entire life. Mm-hmm. And, Mr. Tittle can attest to that. He said he's watching, so he can comment on it. But, as we're walking through the line and just, having everybody there is just a huge
like a big family deal.
Yeah, it really is. And then you get to like something like that, and you're like, "Whoa, that's I've never seen anything like that." And so, but to the football side of it, it just everything, the attention.
But doesn't it let you grow the younger ones up a little bit more?
It does because they get the extra reps, they get the extra practices, they get to experience the growth of that, and so you would think that would allow our young guys to play a little bit better, for sure. But it's definitely.
I think he just sent a message to center, by the way.
I think it's definitely helped them get on the field faster, for sure.
Let's talk about some of the key players that you have. You talked about players that have graduated after 4 years. Obviously, Keyshawn's been big for you this year. Just talk about what he's brought to you.
Oh, yeah. He's, when you talk about the last couple of years, Keyshawn has been right there with Jacob. He's been right there with Tay. He's been right there with Tristan. He's been in there the whole time. He was a 1,000-yard rusher last year.
He's just speed is what he is.
and this year he's toted he's had more carries early on in the season than any other previous season. So, like Jacob, Tay, and Keyshawn, they all kind of like split carries up. So, really, until the playoffs started, Jacob – I don't know if Jacob had over 20 carries in a game, for his first 2 years until like the playoffs started. And so Keyshawn's had games where he's had over 30 carries in multiple games in a row, 20 carries. I kind of attest that to what he's done in the weight room. He's always been a strong kid, but he kind of from the end of last year to even now in what he's done in the weight room just to kind of keep himself injury prevention, so to speak. Last week he had 330 yards, a touchdown, a couple called back. He's had I think he's had a couple of games where he scored 5 times. And if I'd have known that, we probably would have tried to mix it up a little bit, get somebody else in there. But no, I mean, he's just he's had some really good games this year. I mean, to be honest, I don't know where he's at, but he's got to be in the top 3 in 4A in rushing as it sits right now. And you'll probably talk to him in a little bit, and he'll tell you how good the line is and this and that. But I mean, with the attention to detail that we spend in the film room and on the field at practice, he just does a good job of doing what he's asked to do.
And then Adam, obviously he was pressed into service when Carson Tittle had his injuries, and he's this year you're getting the experience benefit of that. How have you seen that play out? Yeah,
I mean he's the kind of on the field commander that can get us lined up. He's like the director out there. Mr. Tittle's a former band director, so I don't have that background, but you got to have somebody that's directing the traffic. Yeah. And Adam is that for us. So if we're doing shifts, if we're doing motions, if we're short on time, if we're lined up wrong, if somebody needs to know something before we snap this thing, Adam does a great job of getting everybody lined up. And it takes a really intelligent, smart, hard-nosed kid to do that, because I'm not the easiest person to take it from, and he does like a great job, and he has great short-term memory. You can coach him hard, but even Adam, when he makes mistakes, it doesn't faze him one bit on the next play. So he's one truly kid that I've had that he will play the next play with amnesia, like doesn't even remember what happened, unless he needs to.
All right, tell us the young men you brought with you tonight from the Warriors.
So we got Keyshawn Woods, and then we also got Ben Mosley, we got Dylan Duncan, and then we also got James Hunter and Ethan Glass. I got Coach Starr with me, and then I got my oldest Rhett over here in a hand cast somewhere.
Well, all right. We'll get as many of them in here as we can, Coach. Finally, what's it going to take Friday night? What do you got to have to win this gold and also get that first-round home game?
I mean, we got to beat Cherokee County. I mean, we've got to we've had this thing pretty much all year long. Cherokee County can't beat Cherokee County every Friday night, and so Alexandria's had a great season. We've played these guys the last 2 years. Fortunately, we've been at our place, so now we get a chance to go to their place. So they're a little bit different because of how dynamic they are on offense, and so we've got to do a great job of defending them. We've got to be locked in every phase of the game. We've got to match their physicality, and so anyway, it'll be a good one. But I feel like our guys, they'll be prepared for the moment because they've been in big games. So it's really just about the preparation, locking in, and playing clean.
Yeah. All right, Coach. Well, we'll see you at the home of the Valley Dog coming up on Friday, and who knows, this right here might go home with you.
Is that for the coach?
That's for the coach.
Oh, that's something. This
is new. This is first time we've done this. We thought, the team and the school get the belt, but now we got to give a little something to the coach.
I look pretty big. I'm not like a ring person. But
well, I'm not going to let you try it on because that may curse it for you, and I don't want to do that.
Don't jinx it.
All right, we got to take a quick break. We'll get the Warrior players up here when we come back on FNN.
Welcome to Calhoun County, Alabama, your natural attraction. We have invigorating outdoor activities, amazing cultural sites, mouth-watering food, and southern hospitality, all wrapped into one amazing vacation destination. Whether you're looking for a relaxing overnight getaway or for a one-of-a-kind escapade, Calhoun County boasts an incredible selection of outdoor recreational opportunities. Calhoun County is the natural attraction, centrally located between Atlanta and Birmingham, with plenty of fun and memories waiting to be made. Come to Calhoun County, Alabama, a natural attraction.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of Fred Wilson, Danny Shears, Carolyn Henderson, Terry Howell, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. Our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums. Our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly support the arts. If you're considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at Calhoun County. You'll be glad you did.
Griffin Laser Engraving in Lincoln is your authorized local dealer for personalized Yeti products. Get your Yeti customized for your team, a business, or a special event. Your color, graphics, even photos. At Griffin Laser Engraving, we make it the way you want it. Order just one or hundreds, and you'll find a full line of Yeti coolers and accessories on hand, even the hard-to-find items. Nationally recognized, but right here at home in Lincoln for quality awards, trophies, powder coating, and personalized Yeti items, Griffin Laser Engraving.
Almost midway through the month of October, of course, an important month as far as positioning the teams in our area for the postseason, which is just a few weeks away. We're back here from Top of the River in Anniston. James Hardy with you as we continue our spotlight on the Cherokee County Warriors, as we'll be seeing them for our annual Battle of the Belt game coming up this Friday, as they'll have a big road contest coming up at Alexandria, just a few short miles away from where we're at tonight. Cherokee County coming in at 6-2 on the season, 4-1 in Class 4A Region 6, and they came off of an important bounce-back win against Hooks Bluff at home for their senior night this past Friday night, 24-10. And we have a trio of Warriors with us on stage right now. Ben Mosley, Dylan Duncan, and also Keyshawn Woods, who had a big, impressive ball game this past Friday night. A big thanks to all of you for joining us.
Yes, sir. It's a pleasure.
Let's start with you, Keyshawn. Over 300 yards rushing, a big part of the win Friday. Just as far as go back as far as just kind of tell us when you knew, as far as this past Friday, that hey, you might have been in store for a really huge ball game.
I think I think we got trapped down at the bottom on like 5 or something off a punt, and we called one of the formations, and I broke free for about 9 yards, and I recognized man, I keep getting 9 yards, I'm going to mess around and have 300 tonight. And they told me at the end of the game I had 300.
For you individually, where does that rank as far as one of the best games or maybe the best game that you've played in a Cherokee County uniform?
Man, it's grateful. I just feel grateful for everything. You know, some people don't even see that in their life. And for me to wear it and just to represent the town, the community, and just the jersey at all, it just – makes me feel great to know that people's out there watching and they see stuff like that.
And then, Ben, just how big, especially coming off of a tough loss at Anderson a couple of weeks ago, how big was it to be able to bounce back and get your W at home?
You know, it's a great thing. Get the ball back rolling, get the teammates motivated, and just go into practice that next week strong and get prepared for your next game. It's really important.
And then I know, of course, the resume speaks for itself, especially the last 3 seasons, but is it one of those things for the program in general now that y'all just go out there expecting to come out with a win?
Yes, sir, pretty much. The way we grind in the summer and prepare for these kind of things, it's just it's an expectation, and we've got to uphold that for our community.
Let's get Dylan in here as far as Ben mentions. We'll get the microphone on here for Dylan. Let's go and get it to Dylan. And then Ben mentioned as far as just the grind of the preseason, the summer workouts. Just kind of talk about just how y'all prepare as far as getting ready for a season, really getting ready for a game, knowing as far as just where you're at now, that really any opponent that faces y'all is their Super Bowl, just for what y'all been able to do over the last few seasons.
Yes, sir. We work our tails off in the summer, like lifting weights and all the conditioning and all the sled pulls we do and all kinds of stuff. We work our tail off. Now,
at least watching y'all for the last several seasons as a program, of course, you're one of the most physical programs you'll find in the entire state of Alabama. How physical are practices that we don't get to see during the week?
I mean, they get pretty physical, and we go at each other, that's for sure.
Are they more physical than the games are?
I'd say no. I mean, we hold an up standard, and the way we practice is the way we want to play.
Who's the most physical player you go against on the team?
I'd say Asa Holbert and Ben Mosley right here.
Some, especially Asa, really big dude along that line of scrimmage. And Keyshawn, just talk about as far as how physical those practices are.
Man, sometimes when it gets chirpy between the offense and defense, it'll feel like a whole nother game just without the band. You know, me and Jaquan Diamond meeting a hole every time. Sometimes I meet Case Tittle, you know, and my shoulders, they'll be hurting after practice like I just played in the game. But it's all love at the end. We shake it up, and we go out there on Friday nights and go to war.
I know Matt Glover and I talked about this a couple of weeks ago when y'all played Anniston. Y'all have had a pretty good line of running backs come through over the last few seasons, Jacob Carnejo, and then, of course, Tay Diamond last year. Just what's it been like as far as to be able to get your opportunity this year to be that featured back?
Man, it feels good. You know, them boys, I'll even go back to Jack Amos, man. They taught me little things to get to be the person I am now. And, you know, just playing with them boys, seeing how good they was, it motivated me to keep the legacy going at the Cherokee County running back level.
And also, I know Coach Kelly reminded me this is fall break for y'all. How's the week been for y'all as far as not being having to go to school this week, but still getting ready for one of, if not, with what's on the line, your biggest game of the season?
Yeah, everybody, they mostly know, like, what's going on. So, like, if we don't have school, everybody knows be at the weight room at this time because it's been like that every day in the summer. So, like, same time as the summer workouts, we'll go in the morning, we'll work out, we'll have a fun practice, and we'll prepare for the game.
And then, Dylan, how's the week been, especially not having any classes this week, but also having a big game to get ready for?
Honestly, I'd say I feel like when we don't have school and we just have practice, I feel like we're more locked in, and like the past 2 days has been great. Like we've been the most locked in, I'd say, all year.
Let's get Ben back in. Would you, as far as what Dylan said, do you think this has been the best week of practice y'all have had so far?
Yes, sir. That's what it's looked like so far. We've had
There you go.
Yes, sir. That's what it's looked like so far. We've had a great week. You know, not having school, class, that kind of thing. It eliminates the distractions, and everyone else has one focus, and it's just to prepare for this upcoming game and make sure that we're ready to go on Friday.
So what's the big thing, do you think, Ben, that you'll need to do to get across the finish line this Friday with a big road win?
Just keep up what we've been doing at practice this week, and then come Friday, our coaches are going to put us in the right spots to execute, and then we'll come out on top.
You've played with a lot of outstanding players over your Cherokee County career. How great is Keyshawn as an athlete?
Yeah, he's pretty special, you know. Eclipsed 2,000 yards already career, and I mean, I'm proud to see him, watch him, you know, go do his thing.
We'll see them on Friday night. Our countdown to kickoff presented by Bama Sheds is at 6:30, and Toe Meets Leather at 7 o'clock. And once again, that's our battle for the belt this week between Alexandria and Cherokee County. Good luck tonight, or at least on Friday, I should say, for Ben, Dylan, Keyshawn, and the rest of your teammates with Cherokee County. Looking forward to seeing y'all in a few days.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We still have a lot more coming up, including Walter Welburn and Coach Jeff Smith and the Panthers players, as well as our FNN Player of the Week, still to come here on the Tuesday Night Coaches Show.
Your neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is the home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn bucket. Purchase yours for only $5.99, then bring it for free refills throughout the year. And save every day with your Grub Mart Super Saver Card. When you're on the go, it's good to know Grub Mart has everything you need. Gas, diesel, and delicious Oleo donuts. In business over 78 years, visit your local Grub Mart today.
Bama Sheds and Pole Barns, locally and family owned with the best customer service. Custom built to fit your needs with free delivery and setup. Design and price online or stop by and see what we can do for you. Nobody beats our prices and nobody beats our quality. Built in Alabama, made in Alabama. BamaSheds.com.
Family owned and operated for over 50 years, Miller Funeral Home is committed to providing families with the finest services for their loved ones, including our newest service, Aquamation. Aquamation is a gentle, respectful, and eco-friendly alternative to flame cremation. Miller Funeral Home is the only facility in the state of Alabama that offers the Aquamation service. Call us or visit our website today to learn more about how we can serve you and your loved ones.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of Fred Wilson, Danny Shears, Carolyn Henderson, Terry Howell, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. Our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums. Our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly support the arts. If you're considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at Calhoun County. You'll be glad you did.
And welcome back to Top of the River, the FNN Tuesday night high school football coaches show, as we move on from the Cherokee County Warriors to the Moody Blue Devils over with us tonight. And you introduce this guy because y'all have paths that have crossed more than I have with him.
This is Moody assistant coach Jamari Staples. Now, for you guys that don't maybe know all of his travels, he played for Clay County. And then was on the inaugural Clay Central team.
Yes, sir.
A lot of people don't know, in our audience might not know this, but he got the clinching interception in the last Clay Bowl.
Yes, sir.
And then wound up being he and the quarterback ended up being teammates at Clay Central and became quite the pass-catch combination there, quarterback and wide receiver.
9-1.
And then UAB.
Now ask him where home is.
And as emphatically as you want to say it, where is home?
I'm from Clay County, but Ashland is home.
Ashland is home.
That's it. That's it.
So you were a part, and we'll get to Moody here in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
You were a part of that merging down there.
Yes, sir.
Was it as bad as everybody says it was about how people felt about it?
Not at first. People had mixed emotions because of, the traditions of the high schools. But,
right.
Once we all came together, we had that mutual agreement of going to win a championship.
Right.
And, with the backgrounds that we had, knowing what we had coming to the table, it was going to be a beautiful thing, So it came together well. That first year, we did well, as I would think so. But, I think it came together well.
It did.
All right. Well, talk about the last Clay Bowl. I want to hear this from somebody's perspective that played in the game. What was it like?
7-6, I think, was the final score, wasn't it?
Yeah, 7-6. Mm-hmm. Ironically, the very first Clay Bowl score was 7-6. Lamba won. But that last game, man, it was crazy. The energy, like I was just saying, man, 5 a.m., people are there, setting up their seats, like, excited. That whole school day, really that week, we didn't do a lot. Didn't go to class a lot, I'll be honest, but all in preparation for the game. And Friday came, and energy, like I said, man, probably 5,000-6,000 people. It's the biggest crowd we've ever seen. And kicked it off, and it's physical, straight from the kickoff. Coach Herron had said, we're not going to throw the ball a lot. So I was already in my blocking mindset, knowing we're not going to throw the ball. And that's exactly what we did. We threw the ball one time, the whole game.
The whole game.
Yeah. And but like I said, super physical. And then toward the end, you get to the nitty gritty. Travis Smith, one of my teammates ended up scoring the touchdown for us, and they came right back shortly after scored, and that last play, Mario throws it over the middle, and I picked it off. Just went down.
And what was that like, just knowing that you won the last one?
I mean, in that moment, I didn't even know how to feel. Like, emotions were just, like, spinning.
Everywhere.
Like, yeah, man, it was so fast. Like, you look up in the crowd, like, everybody's going crazy. Like, knowing this is the last one.
Now, I bet it crossed your mind. Where's my girlfriend?
Yeah, man, most definitely. Like, girlfriend, family, like, I'm looking for everybody, that means something to me. It was a beautiful moment. I'm glad God blessed me to be in that moment, truthfully.
And then you were at UAB when they dropped the program,
yeah,
and wound up at Louisville because of that.
Yes,
and
sir.
obviously UAB is going through some things now. They just fired Trent Dilfer as their coach.
Mm-hmm.
As someone who played in that program and was there during interesting times, how do you view what's going on there now?
It's
sad.
It is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it gets to the point where UAB was climbing, like truly climbing, especially from where we came from. I mean, my first year we were 2-10. Coach Clark comes in, we go 6-6, and just barely missed the bowl bid. It was tough, and then we get shut down, and then they go out for 6 months, come back off a year, then go right into it and start having some success. It's a tough thing to see that what's going on right now.
So you and Jake were teammates.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Why didn't you go with him to Georgia?
Well, I didn't get that offer. Hey, I probably would have. I promise you.
He went to God's country, though.
Yeah, he did. He sure did.
That's it.
All right. Tell us how you wound up with Jake at Moody, and how long have you been there?
This is my second year there. Like I said, me and Jake go all the way back to 2013 at UAB. But just reaching out, I'll be honest, reaching out and asking him, hey, man,
you
what's
need
going
me.
on?
You need me.
No, I wasn't saying that. But,
yeah. Do you need me?
And there we go. In that mindset, And he said he had a position coming open, and, next thing you know, I'm in for an interview, and I'm at Moody.
And just what was it like putting together a program that's quickly risen to what it's become, where everybody expects to see you in the last game every year?
At this point, man, like, it's the work that we put in. It's a nice thing to see. We enjoy the pressure, truthfully. A lot is asked of us, so at the same time, our kids respond from that, and I appreciate what we're doing. Hats off to our strength and conditioning coach, Coach Cam Willis and Kobe Brooks. Those guys keep our guys healthy, keep them in line in the weight room. So big shout out to them.
You guys, I mean, you've certainly had the highs lately, but you've had your fair share of lows too. I mean, you guys went over to Georgia and got curb stomped.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Which doesn't. I mean, losing that game doesn't surprise me, but the way that it went down, and then of course almost the same thing happened when you went down to Auburn. Mm-hmm. What'd you guys learn from that?
Well, everything isn't going to always go your way.
Right.
That's the main thing, and from that we learned to keep growing. It's going to be teams better than you, but how do you respond the next game? And that's always been our mindset. Put that one to the next. Put that one behind us. Move on to the next. Those are great teams with great programs. Always have been. A massive number of athletes, and sometimes it's hard to keep up with. But at the same time, our guys competed. We gave them what we had and came out of it healthy and, pushing forward to win our region and then on down to the championship.
And, I mean, obviously when you play somebody like that, even if you get beat, you have to learn a lot from it because, that's what the top of the hill is going to look like.
Yes, sir.
So you learn from that.
You learn how to fight to finish. That's it. Like, that's truthfully it. When the score gets out of hand, can you finish? That's the main message.
Yeah, Clay County didn't get to the top playing weak sisters, did it?
No, sir. No, sir. Not at all. Not at all.
What makes Jake special? Because he obviously is. But, I mean, if you were just to meet Jake at Walmart, you wouldn't think he was as a high-profile football coach as he is. I mean, what makes him tick?
Man, he's an awesome motivator, man. And overall, he's a God-fearing man. That's the main thing that you really know about. If you know Jake, you know that. He loves God, and he really pushes his faith and lets people know that that's his main thought. But behind that, like I was saying earlier, it's the work that he also puts in. He's in before a lot of us, and he's out after us. Truthfully, like I said, a great motivator. The kids love him, players coach at this point, a great guy, man. I'm blessed to be in a position working with him, truthfully.
And you coach wide receivers, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Just tell us about some of those talented guys you work with.
It's a truckload, I'll tell you.
Now, like I said, I'm a blessed guy. I got a room full. Just to start off, Josiah Dozier, Elijah Rutledge, Aiden White, Colin Eatman, Zane Leonard, Aubrey Walker. I could keep going, man. I got a big room. And
some of these kids are younger too. I mean, you're going to have them for a while.
Yes, sir. Josiah and Aubrey being my two seniors. Aiden White and Elijah being juniors, along with Zane Leonard as well, and Colin Eatman. So, got a few coming back.
Well, just looking ahead at your all schedule, I mean, it looks like. Basically, I mean, we can say this: you're on cruise control from here to the end of it. Just how do you kind of keep that intensity for what comes after the regular season?
Well, I know I've been preaching to my guys just attention to detail. Like week to week, it doesn't really matter who we're playing. It's a faceless opponent. You just go out and play your game. Be confident in what you're doing and just play.
In your region, for some reason, I mean, we did the game up at Jacksonville. They hung with you guys for the first half. Then they beat Leeds. Then St. Clair County beats Leeds in overtime. And then you guys go over to Leeds for the Battle of the Bridge, and it's a close ball game. Yeah. I mean, I didn't think it would be a runaway for either one of you, but I didn't expect it to be like – I mean, it was close.
Yeah, it was a good game. It was definitely a good game. This is my second year being in that rivalry. And it's a tough fought game. It's almost like Auburn, Alabama. You're gonna get your best shot from them. And our guys came prepared. They were prepared, but at the end, we ended up pulling it out.
How do you guys deal with I'll go ahead and call it the rat poison of everybody expects you guys to be in Birmingham, for the Super 7, and anything short of that, from most people's perspective, would be a not so great year for you guys. I mean, how do you deal with that, like the next few weeks?
I mean, we really just block it out. We focus on us. That's really it. It's a team mindset. It's a family atmosphere, and we don't treat it anything short of that. Anything that's outside of the family, we can't hurt the family. That's the main goal. Don't hurt the family.
And just looking at the game this week with Springville, just how do you see that matchup?
Springville's coming in.
Senior night, so you got distractions.
Yes, sir. Got coming in on senior night. It'd be a good game. Good exposure for a lot of our kids to get some playing time this week later on in the game. But should see how it goes. It should be a competitive game.
All right. Talk about Josiah for us for just a minute, because he's here for Player of the Week.
Yes,
and I mean, it seems like if you get it in his zip code, he'll get it.
Yes, sir. He wide range guy, man. Josiah is a great kid. Smart, man. Football savvy. He is amazing with the ball in his hands. Can go up and get it. Very agile in a lot of ways, man. He's special.
All right. Well, we're going to get him and his other teammates that you brought. You want to tell us who came with you tonight?
Yes, sir. I got Aiden White with me and Elijah Rutledge.
So you brought your room.
I brought my room.
There you go. I hear you, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Work that thing. All right. Well, best of luck to Moody the rest of the way, and we're pulling for you guys to go as far as you can.
Yes, sir. We appreciate you guys.
Left it a little short last year. Let's not do that this year.
No, sir. We're going to get it. Yes, sir.
All right. Good deal.
Yes, sir.
The 411 boys are here, and we will have Josiah and his teammates in coming up next here on the Friday Night Network.
Your neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is the home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn bucket. Purchase yours for only $5.99, then bring it for free refills throughout the year. And save every day with your Grub Mart Super Saver Card. When you're on the go, it's good to know Grub Mart has everything you need. Gas, diesel, and delicious Oleo donuts. In business over 78 years, visit your local Grub Mart today.
At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're showing off our school spirit with our newly designed vertical Spirit debit cards. Now, these are customized with your favorite school's logo, and half of every Spirit card purchased goes toward your school. So, show off your colors and support your local school with the FNN Spirit debit card. You can learn more at FNN.bank. Member FDIC.
Family owned and operated for over 50 years, Miller Funeral Home is committed to providing families with the finest services for their loved ones, including our newest service, Aquamation. Aquamation is a gentle, respectful, and eco-friendly alternative to flame cremation. Miller Funeral Home is the only facility in the state of Alabama that offers the Aquamation service. Call us or visit our website today to learn more about how we can serve you and your loved ones.
Almost at the top of the 8 o'clock hours, we'll go ahead and continue our spotlight on the Moody Blue Devils as they come off of a huge rivalry road win at Leeds, a close one this past Friday night. And Josiah, let's go ahead and hold up your bit of hardware that you won thanks to our friends at Talladega Short Track, as Josiah, our FNN Player of the Week this week. Talk about your performance and big win this past Friday.
Coming in that week, me and the team had a great week of preparation. Our coaches came in with a great game plan and just having a great week of practice, having the mindset we're going to come in and win every week, every Friday. Just coming into that game, we knew what it was going to be. We knew the environment was going to be hostile, but just trusting our coaches' plan, trusting our work, and just letting the work play out for itself. And it obviously played out in our favor, and we came out with a big win Friday night.
Talk about how fierce that rivalry is with Leeds.
So if y'all don't know, I was a former Green Wave middle school, and I transferred here 9th grade year, and Coach Daniels came. I mean, it's a crazy, fierce battle. I take pride in winning a lot, and especially against any team I've been against. I just like winning. But just playing against Leeds is just special. My family's from there. My family's still on the team. It's just competitive. We know people from Leeds. They know us. So, just coming into that game and having the fierce battle is just always a good time.
July, to just talk about how was the locker room like as far as coming off a competitive game like that and coming across the finish line victorious against Leeds?
I mean, the locker room was pretty loud. I mean, we did what we had to do to get the win. And beforehand, all we did was talk about Leeds to get the win, That's all. And then let's get Aiden in. Go ahead and bring your teammate Aiden in. So go ahead and give him the microphone. Yeah. Aiden White also with us. Talk about as far as just how fierce was that game that y'all had Friday night?
It was pretty fierce. It was like a lot of people it was all right.
Talk about how the season's gone for you so far.
It's going good. I really like it. I just transferred here. It's all right. It's going good for us.
And then, Josiah, how's the year been in total for you in addition to this past Friday?
The season's it's really been a blessing to be around these guys like them, my coach, just surrounded by great people. And being around great people, you're going to become a great person. So, it has helped me mature, learn my values, and just help me overall become a better player and man on and off the field. But just to be honest, it's been a lot of adversity this year with our team. New quarterback, fresh new old lineman, new transfer. Me and Rutt are the only two former receivers from last year. We had Braden Wright, he was a senior, he graduated. Bradley Blaze was a senior, he graduated. So losing two guys like that was a big key. So we knew we had to replace and find guys to step up. And obviously Rutt was stepped up last year, as you saw. I always knew Aiden, so I was like, I'm gonna need you to come over here. And we got Colin Eatman, young receiver. He's been on the team for a minute, just filling in, playing his role. And Jake Lowry, our new quarterback, as y'all can tell, that's how I got this, thanks to him. But just overall, it's just been a great year, man. Facing a lot of adversity, it builds us for those times, for the Auburn's and Gainesville, the games we played like that. It just, of course, we didn't win, but it just builds us and helps us form and mold as a team.
Going back to this past Friday night, your 3 touchdowns, is there anyone that really stood out to you?
Really, it was that last one on fade ball. That one was really personal to me because alongside the gate, if you go back and watch the clip, alongside the gate, I was dapping up all my family. My whole family was in line. started from my little cousin to my uncle, baby cousin, auntie, then my mom and little brother were over here. And during that thing, we were losing 17-14 around that time. And, like, Coach K was like, we got to have a playmaker. Coach Staples, my receiver coach, was like, playmakers going to make plays. And I was like, put it on me. And I take pride in being the team lean owner, that everybody can lean on me to make a play. So during that time, I was like, I'll make a play for the team, you know what I'm saying? I went out there and made a play. And actually, like I said, it was just personal because my whole family's right there. And to win a game from your family is always great.
And then let's get Elijah back in to close this segment out. As far as the big picture for this team, of course, y'all almost got across the finish line when it came to a blue map last year. Can y'all take that next step this year? How confident are y'all that you will take the next step and take a state championship home to Moody this year?
I mean, we're very confident. I mean, we got real close last year and had a good season, but it's all about the standard. Like he said, all the little things, and we fix all the little things, and we will get there, and we will win the state championship.
Most def.
Moody, just a couple of games left before they close out the regular season, as they will host Springville for senior night this Friday night. Aiden, Elijah, and, of course, go ahead and hold up our player of the week for Josiah Dozier as our FNN player of the week. Good luck the rest of the season, and congratulations.
We appreciate y'all for having us on the show tonight. Thank you. It means a lot.
Absolutely. We still have a lot more to go tonight as far as the FNN Coaches Show. Coach Jeff Smith and the Walter Welborn Panthers coming up next as we start the 8 o'clock hour, the final 30 minutes of tonight's edition of the FNN Coaches Show.
Welcome to Calhoun County, Alabama, your natural attraction. We have invigorating outdoor activities, amazing cultural sites, mouth-watering food, and southern hospitality, all wrapped into one amazing vacation destination. Whether you're looking for a relaxing overnight getaway or for a one-of-a-kind escapade, Calhoun County boasts an incredible selection of outdoor recreational opportunities. Calhoun County is the natural attraction, centrally located between Atlanta and Birmingham, with plenty of fun and memories waiting to be made. Come to Calhoun County, Alabama, a natural attraction.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of Fred Wilson, Danny Shears, Carolyn Henderson, Terry Howell, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. Our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums. Our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly support the arts. If you're considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at Calhoun County. You'll be glad you did.
Griffin Laser Engraving in Lincoln is your authorized local dealer for personalized Yeti products. Get your Yeti customized for your team, a business, or a special event. Your color, graphics, even photos. At Griffin Laser Engraving, we make it the way you want it. Order just one or hundreds, and you'll find a full line of Yeti coolers and accessories on hand, even the hard-to-find items. Nationally recognized, but right here at home in Lincoln for quality awards, trophies, powder coating, and personalized Yeti items, Griffin Laser Engraving.
And welcome back. No, don't adjust your color on your screen. We are all wearing purple tonight, and I didn't get the memo, but it just worked out that way. You're always in purple.
Yeah, and I was just thinking, he and I, like when you see an NFL game and two college players that play for the same college or on different NFL teams, they hold up each other's jerseys. He and I need to do that.
Yeah. And of course, this is Dexter Tolbert to my left. He is – well, I guess you're the everything of Dex Preps, right?
I am.
All right, pull that up to your mouth there a little bit better. There you go. A little closer. There you go.
All right.
Glad to have you with us. You were telling me it's been 2 years. Is that right?
Been 2 years, so I'm happy to be back.
Well, we brought you to a better place to eat.
Yeah, good food, good people.
Yeah, good food, good people. What'd you have?
Catfish.
Yeah, you go. I'm going to get some to take home. All right, let's talk. The first question I wanted to ask you, because it's been a while since we had you on.
All right.
How much is what you do on a daily basis changed with all the stuff that's going on now in college ball?
Man, it's a lot busier because, it's a lot harder for the high school kids now because of NIL, the transfer portal. So it's like a constant thing trying to contact college coaches for these high school kids. So, and I even have some of the college kids now too, so.
Now, for folks that don't know, who you are and what you do, Can you kind of give us the cliff notes of what Dex Prep is all about?
Well, I'm Dexter Tarver, Dex Preps. I help kids with recruiting exposure. I used to have like elite camps, but COVID kind of killed that, so hopefully I can get that back started. So basically, I set up visits for kids, send information to college coaches, contact high school coaches, try to get on the same level, make sure we vibe together so, they know that they can trust me to help their kids. And basically that's about it in a nutshell.
I've said it before, but he's got the most valuable iPad in the whole area. There's lots of important information on there.
Yeah.
But,
how much do parents either get in your way or, help the process with you to get their kids noticed? Because, every parent thinks their kid is the next Heisman Trophy winner.
True. Most parents, I deal with, they're pretty, level-headed. They listen to me. Every parent knows that their kid are not a D1 or SEC kid. So, once I, talk to the parents, high school coach, it's their responsibility to get the kids to the school, to the colleges for visits and camps of that nature. So I would say 99% of the time it's like everything's really smooth with the parents.
My perception of what's going on right now is the high school senior is at a crazy disadvantage when it comes to trying to earn a scholarship compared to, say, 5 years ago, because I think it's probably easier and more productive for a college coach to go to that portal and find what they want or what they need that has playing experience versus hoping bringing in a freshman that's never played at the college level, because, they don't all pan out.
True. And it's weird that you said that because I was actually texting with a high school coach. I'm on my way up here when I got here. So basically, now colleges want a kid that's college ready. So like you say, some colleges look at it like, why would you take a high school kid when you got a kid that's proven in college? Because now, as you've seen, you lose 3 games and, you get pink slipped. So it's really what can you do for me now than back in the day when college coach like, wow, I want to develop this kid to see what he, develops into a high school kid. But now they want that kid already ready to go on the field and produce and result. So
I follow you on Facebook, and there's a lot of times when I see your Facebook posts trying to send messages to people to say, look, here's what's real and here's where your expectations are, and there needs to be a meeting in the middle.
It does.
And I think 2 things. One, I think amen from the congregation.
Yeah.
And then 2, it's almost you and James Spann almost had this all those times he's like, good morning to everybody but this guy.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like parents, maybe that 3%.
Yeah.
Get into you sometimes and with some unrealistic stuff and how have you learned to deal with that?
I just be honest with them, just to let them know how the process is. And I tell them, if you see, like, nobody's going to look at your athlete the way you look at your athlete, because college coaches know what they're looking for. They see it every day at practice. They see it every day at workout. So they're going to go get the kids they want. I mean, we can fuss, we can complain. But at the same time, they know what they want, so that's what they're going to get.
Well, it's their world, and I mean, and ask Hugh Freeze right now. I mean, scoring in the recruiting area is paramount to basically having a good team and keeping your job.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's about now. Like you say, you lose 2 or 3 games and you can be out. I mean, so and you mentioned that, about development and stuff like that with kids. Like, you never know who's going to pan out. And I'm telling you, the greatest example that really surprised everybody was Dominique Thomas. Went from NAIA school to ACC and the SEC. So he really developed when he got a little older. So, it can happen, kids do develop late. So you just never know how they're going to pan out.
But, it seems like to me, I know they got a lot of, at the college level, they got breaks with COVID and, got more eligibility and stuff like that. But it seems like to me Dominique was playing high school ball 10 years ago.
Yeah, he's been playing a while, but, I mean, he's a great kid.
He's a great – he's one of the best.
And I was just really happy. I mean, and I can't – I'm going to be honest, I didn't see him playing in ACC or the SEC, so I'm glad that he proved a lot of people wrong, so I was really happy for him.
And those quads just keep getting stronger and stronger and stronger.
Earl Campbell, he's going to have Earl Campbell-sized thighs here soon. So
well, and he's at a place now at Ole Miss where – Isn't he still at Ole Miss?
I don't know if he's still at Ole Miss or not. I don't know if he graduated, but I know he was there last year.
I don't know for sure either.
Well, Dominique, if you're out there, let us know where you're playing this week.
And by the way, one of the most amazing stats in high school, he had over 500 carries in high school and fumbled twice.
Oh, wow.
And one of those was when he got hit by his own guy on a kickoff return.
Oh,
Wasn't that at the Fife game?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Hey, that don't count. So,
Which statement is most true? Coaches are going to find me if I'm good enough, or I have to transfer to the school that's going to give me more exposure?
I think it's a little in between, because now it's easier for coaches to find you because of social media. Because, back in the day when I played, I graduated in 88. So, there's no social media. You send tapes through the mail. So, I think it's a little in between. I would say portal, they'll jump in the portal first. But also I think with social media, it's a lot easier for coaches to find kids now.
Well, I mean, there's so many avenues to go to now where, you see live games on Friday night, folks like us doing that kind of stuff. And then, you got the Huddle product. And, I mean, there's just
YouTube, YouTube, everything.
If you want to see a great player and you're a coach, you can find them.
Yeah. And it's all about having connections because, I actually reach out to people reach out to me. So it kind of works, back and forth, who knows who and things of that nature.
So you have the good rep that a coach may call you and say, I need this. You know anybody.
Yeah, and then,
that's what I'm about to ask you. Give me Dex's top 5 players in our area right now that you think we're going to see do great things on Saturdays.
Okay, so I'm going to go like a 4-county area. Keenan Britt. Jaquez, Wilkes, of course, Zion Gibson. A younger kid I like is the kid out of Coosa Christian, Kalen Johnson. I think he's one of the most dynamic players in the country. The fifth one.
You didn't mention JT yet.
I mean, he's good. I mean, Taylor's good. Him and Dozier, they're kind of back and forth, neck and neck, who's the best. So I would go either JT or kid nobody talks about is Jamari Nix from Winterboro. He's a 28 kid that has Tennessee and Arkansas offers. So I'm going to give you 6. Those are going to be my top 6 with JT.
I couldn't argue with any one of those. Dex, thanks for coming.
All right,
Glad to have you. Come back anytime. We'll take a quick break, and Coach Jeff Smith with his new field will join us next here on the Friday Night Network.
Field comes separately.
Your neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is the home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn bucket. Purchase yours for only $5.99, then bring it for free refills throughout the year. And save every day with your Grub Mart Super Saver card. When you're on the go, it's good to know Grub Mart has everything you need. Gas, diesel, and delicious Oleo donuts. In business over 78 years, visit your local Grub Mart today.
Bama Sheds and Pole Barns, locally and family owned with the best customer service. Custom built to fit your needs with free delivery and setup. Design and price online or stop by and see what we can do for you. Nobody beats our prices and nobody beats our quality. Built in Alabama, made in Alabama. BamaSheds.com.
Family owned and operated for over 50 years, Miller Funeral Home is committed to providing families with the finest services for their loved ones, including our newest service, Aquamation. Aquamation is a gentle, respectful, and eco-friendly alternative to flame cremation. Miller Funeral Home is the only facility in the state of Alabama that offers the Aquamation service. Call us or visit our website today to learn more about how we can serve you and your loved ones.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of Fred Wilson, Danny Shears, Carolyn Henderson, Terry Howell, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. Our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums. Our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly support the arts. If you're considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at Calhoun County. You'll be glad you did.
There was.
Here we go. Back with the FNN Tuesday Night High School Football Coaches Show. Our next guest is up, and you can tell by that old gray mare that is Coach Jeff Smith of the Walter Welborn Panthers. And have you come down from Friday night yet, or is that something going to stick with you for a long, long time?
Well, it's definitely, we're not going to forget it, that's for sure. But, it's football season, and as great a Friday night was, you got to put it behind you and move to the next one.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't let it linger, good or bad. You just got to move forward and go to the next game.
What was the best thing? I mean, there were so many former players
that
there,
was the best
former
thing.
friends. That was the best
That was
thing.
the absolute best thing. Is seeing all those former players come back that's, has grown and got their own families and doing well. It's just it was just, man, it's very humbling to see them all, and it was just a lot of enjoyment. And you're not going to get rich as a coach, especially no high school coach. That's for sure.
Sports writer either.
Yeah, what's your buyout?
yeah, $28. Yeah. But here's the thing: is I am rich because of those relationships that were formed, and hopefully I had a impact on them and helped them out.
Was it on purpose to choose the game, with your current team, your alma mater, and the team that gave you your head coaching start? Was that on purpose or? No,
not for me. No, okay. I mean, look, I didn't know anything about it to begin with. So when it was announced at our fall jamboree, I mean, I was taken back by it then.
Okay.
And so I didn't know what had been transpiring. And I guess it's easy to hide stuff from me right there because once we start spring training till the season ends, I'm just so home and school. I don't go anywhere. So I did not know about what was going on, and then Lisa organized the date and all the other stuff to it, and that's how that went down.
And she told me that you wanted to share it with the cheer coach too.
Absolutely. And Miss Kynes too. Look, Coach Lehman, our cheer coach, she's been our cheer sponsor for over 20 years, and she cheered at Welborn, and she's made a big impact on those girls, and just like Miss Walter made an impact on her. And man, I thought that was definitely she's past being deserving of being recognized for that.
Coach, then, I don't think I've ever been in an interview with you or watched an interview with you where you didn't find a way to work the cheerleaders and the band into what Welborn's all about.
Well, because Friday night in the fall is when we're at our best. I really believe that, and it's because we have more students participating in the fall than we do any other time. And it's the band, it's the cheerleaders, it's a team, and and the volleyball team's in there too. So when you have all those kids pulled out doing all those things, there's really not a lot of kids left that's not participating one or the other.
And the Marching Highlanders are a pretty good high school band.
Oh, I love them. They do well right there, and I still think we have the best fight song of anybody.
Well, I think we said this on the air Friday night. If somebody were to walk up to you on a game day and cut you with a knife, you'd bleed black and white. There's no question in my mind.
Probably so.
I mean, you love that place, and it's so apparent.
I do. Look, it made me. I mean, and look, it's not really the place; it's the people that were in the place that make you. You know what I'm saying? But I am very attached, and I care a lot about it, and I want to see it be successful.
The other thing that I think is so good about your stadium. And I said this to our guys Friday night just before the game started. I said, guys, this game could be happening tonight, and the same game could be happening 40 years ago. This place is history. I mean, it's old school.
Absolutely.
It has its own lock on time, in my opinion.
Well, I think so too. I mean, most of the most memorable moments, well, I know is in sports that I've had has been there, as far as a player and a coach. And, man, I can tell you story after story. I mean, look, in 1983, we were the Thin 20, and we beat Oxford on Halloween night. and that was absolutely great. And then 2 years later, we beat them at Welborn, 14-9 on a goal line stand, and we won right at the end of the game. And I can remember people just driving up the hill there on the visitor side, where the road runs parallel with the stadium right there, and just laying down on their horns and everything. We hadn't even got off the field yet. And it's just, memories like that, you never forget.
And don't forget you survived Coach Battles.
Oh, yeah. But now I'm sitting here because of Coach Battles.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that, surviving him, but, he made a positive impact on my life, and that's why I'm able here to talk to y'all.
A few years ago, you were in a place where you were starting to think it's getting close to time, and you made some health changes that kind of rejuvenated you.
Absolutely.
Where are you with that now?
Well, I'm not as in. Well, yeah, I'm still into it, but I'm not as. I'm eating a few carbs now. Okay. Yeah, but no, I haven't went like I was. Now look, hey, when Jet was a senior, okay, I had got myself in bad shape. And I wasn't sleeping. My weight had got up. I felt like a left side of my face was starting to go numb at times, and I just changed, and I changed a lot of things, and I feel like I'm a lot healthier now. I got a lot more energy. I'm sleeping better. I do eat better, and then I exercise. I got back into exercising again, and it's made a big difference.
You still feel like there's something in the tank, though.
Oh, I still love it all the way. That's for sure.
All right, let's talk a little football here, right. Seriously. You guys can still get in?
Yes.
What's got to happen?
Well, if we win Friday night, I feel like we're in.
Okay.
That'll give us 5 region wins in a 9-team region, and that should put us in. I think, actually, if we can win Friday night, I think he'll set it, and separate, the top 4. But we got to go win, and that's another chore too. We got a long road trip in front of us going to Locust Fort. Our players have never been there. The last time we were there was in 2019 in the first round of playoffs. We got to take that long road trip. They've got some good players on their team. They're not having the season that they wanted, but I tell you, they've had a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
And in 2 and 3A football, when you start having some injuries, it affects a lot of things.
Last year, obviously, you felt like that team kind of gassed out at the end. Where do you feel like this team is?
Well, I tell you what last year was. We were 5-0, and we had the open week, and we were a train wreck. And you want to be honest with it, we were a train wreck, and we weren't in a good shape mentally and physically. We were breaking down, and we just were not in a good place. And we are right now, yeah, we are 3-2. No, 4-2. We're 4-2 right now. Yes, 4-2. We're on fall break, and we're in 10 times better place than we were this time last year. The kids are excited. Attitudes are good, and you can see like we had 2 players come in tonight. And
right.
I've got 4 others there that showed up here just to support those 2.
Said they were here for moral support.
That's right. That's right.
Well, that's a great thing. Mm-hmm. Coach, tell us about the young man you brought with you tonight.
Well, one is Zane Hill, and he plays wingback and strong safety for us. And he gives 100% in every single thing he does. Number one, he's always at practice. He's every rep in the weight room. It's all he's got. Every rep out there at practice, it's all he's got. He totally maxes out at practice in the weight room everything we asked of him. And he's so coachable, and he's definitely one to be here. And then Maurice Traylor is another hard worker. He never misses. He's always there and works extremely hard. And this time last year, he had a broke arm, and he came off of that broke arm, and is our starting tailback and cornerback right now. And I didn't give it to him, and he's went out there and earned it, and he's played well this year too. I'll tell you about Maurice though. and I want to bring this up. I told him I was going to bring this up when he came right here. But Maurice wears number 3.
Yeah.
Number 3 was his granddaddy's number, Steve English. Steve English is Maurice's granddaddy, and me and Steve were best friends in high school. And where we're at here at the top of the river, that used to be a Gold's Gym up there, by the old movie theater. And me and Steve would go in there and watch Kevin Green and Isaac Russell work out. We didn't work out with them, but we went and watched them work out, and then we would go work out.
I hear you.
Try to pick up tips off of them.
That's motivation, huh?
Yeah, but Steve is his granddaddy right there, and we were just best friends in high school.
And see, to me, that's what makes Wellborn special is
Yes.
you know all this stuff,
Yes.
and you interject it into meetings like this,
Right?
and that's just. That's history you don't get most places anymore.
That's right.
Because the coaching changes and things like that.
And look, I'll tell this story real quick. Y'all like this, but when I was playing at Jacksonville, I just got through playing, and I came back and I was helping Wellborn do spring training, and Coach Miles sent me with a videotape to swap with Coach Herron at Oxford. And so I went in there, and I remember Coach Herron said, "Come on in here, Jeff, right there. I don't like running the air conditioner because, I get used to it, and I got to be out in this heat." So the office was real hot, and we came in there. And what was his Mitchell? Was it Mitchell? Not Mitchell Ettridge, but Mitchell Knox. Coach Knox, ain't that right? Was his name? He was a linebacker coach at Oxford. Anyway, he was leaving, and he was going to Decatur to coach linebackers for him. And Coach Herron says, "Jeff, I got this linebacker job and everything here, and I was coming out of college, and he was talking to me about coming over to Oxford and everything." And I looked at Coach Herron, and look, I respect him a lot, but I said, "Coach, I can't do that. That can't happen. There's no way I could go join up with Oxford and go stand on the visitor's sideline and look back over there at my team. That can't happen."
I told you he'll bleed black and white.
That's right. But that's a true story that happened. I'll think of the guy's name that left and went to Decatur in a little bit, though. But you know how you were getting older, we can't remember all the names.
That's right. All right, Coach. Well, we got to move on here because we're on a time thing, and we got to get your kids in here for a few minutes. But
well, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for y'all covering the game Friday. And Joe, man, I appreciate you all these years and everything, and y'all do a great job, with high school football and all high school athletics, and I really appreciate y'all.
Well, thank you, Coach. I was telling can you believe it's been 15 years for us? 15 years.
Okay.
And you guys were one of the first that, because, back when we started stream, nobody knew what the heck streaming was.
Well, I still don't. I just started texting a few years ago.
But you guys welcomed us with open arms out there and let us do games, and it's just a special place to go do a football game. It'll never get old for me.
Well, I
never.
appreciate it a lot. Thank you so much.
And one other thing, Walter Wellborn belongs in November.
That's right.
All right.
That's it.
Coach Jeff Smith joins us here at the table. We'll take a quick break, and James will come back and talk with our guest from the Panthers roster when we continue here on the Friday Night Network.
Your neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is the home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn bucket. Purchase yours for only $5.99, then bring it for free refills throughout the year. And save every day with your Grub Mart Super Saver card. When you're on the go, it's good to know Grub Mart has everything you need. Gas, diesel, and delicious Oleo donuts. In business over 78 years, visit your local Grub Mart today.
At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're showing off our school spirit with our newly designed vertical Spirit debit cards. Now, these are customized with your favorite school's logo, and half of every Spirit card purchased goes toward your school. So, show off your colors and support your local school with the FNN Spirit debit card. You can learn more at fnn.bank. Member FDIC.
Family owned and operated for over 50 years, Miller Funeral Home is committed to providing families with the finest services for their loved ones, including our newest service, Aquamation. Aquamation is a gentle, respectful, and eco-friendly alternative to flame cremation. Miller Funeral Home is the only facility in the state of Alabama that offers the Aquamation service. Call us or visit our website today to learn more about how we can serve you and your loved ones.
Wrapping things up here on another Tuesday edition of the FNN Coaches Show. James Hardy with you as we continue our spotlight on the Walter Wellborn Panthers as they had a very special win this past Friday, 40-22 against Ohatchee, as the field dedicated in honor of a longtime head coach Jeff Smith, as we have a couple of his players with us to close things out tonight. First, Zane Hill off to my right, and then Maurice Traylor off to my left, both in the backfield and also contribute defensively. Big thanks for both of you for joining us.
Yes, sir.
Let's start with you, Zane. How special was that Friday night, as far as not only getting a big region win, but honoring Coach Smith before the game?
Oh, well, it means a lot to us to play under Coach Smith. You know, we've played for him a long time. You know, we've always seen him as a head coach ever since we were little, and having the field dedicated to him means a lot.
And then, Maurice, just kind of talk about just the meaning of Friday night, both as far as honoring the field for Coach Smith, but also probably more importantly for this year's team, getting a big region win to take a step closer to the postseason.
We did really good out there, especially our O-line and D-line. I say we did pretty good out there.
As far as the offensive line, especially, y'all put 40 on the board, pretty much controlled the line of scrimmage, especially offensively, the entire night. Was that one, at least in your mind, especially as someone in the backfield, did you think that was maybe their best performance of the season Friday?
To me, they could go a little harder, to me.
Okay. Zane, talk about as far as the game Friday, how would you grade as far as just the overall team performance coming up pretty much with a wire-to-wire win against Ohatchee this past Friday?
Well, I feel like we really are coming together as a team and playing together, really focusing on making it to the playoffs and going deep into the postseason.
Now, I know Coach Smith mentioned, about this time last year, y'all were in, as far as the top-line record column at 5-0, but with injuries and other factors, really skidded down the stretch. But Coach Smith also mentioned he feels like y'all are in a much better place right now coming in. As far as just, I guess, overall the big picture of things, where do you think y'all are as a team now? 4-2 overall, 4-1 in region play, pretty much, at least as far as just my look at the standings for a 3A Region 6, a win should get y'all in. Where do you think y'all are at as a team right now?
Well, we took 2 big losses, and I think that's really fueling us to, nobody likes losing on Friday nights and going home like that, but I really think that's fueling us for the game against Locust Fork.
And then, Maurice, how big of a game is this for y'all going on the road this Friday against Locust Fork?
There's gonna be a big old game right here. It's a win or lose, or win or go home. Win or go home.
Talk about the progress you've made this year.
I made some mistakes and I did some good stuff, and I really thank God and my grandpa, my family.
And then I know Coach Smith also mentioned as far as the meaning for him of number 3, as far as the number you wear. What does that mean for you?
We got some dogs in our family.
Talk about it a little more.
So first we got my uncle that played basketball. Then my other my uncle Fat that played too, and my cousin named Tracy. Dunking all over the place on the court. And my grandpa was, I think, a fullback, and my uncle was a DN.
So football and really athletics goes a long way in your family.
Yes.
As far as offense or defense, your favorite side of the ball?
My favorite side of the ball is offense, so I can get touchdowns.
There you go. That's a good reason why. Zane, same question to you as far as which side of the ball is your favorite to play?
defense because I feel like we can set the tone. You know, if we get a big, like, they get the ball first, we get a big stop, you know, it really sets the tone for the game.
And, of course, if you play for Coach Smith, you better be certainly one of those. If you like to hit, that certainly gets you at least in pretty good position getting out on the football field. Describe yourself, especially on the defensive side of the ball as a player.
Well, I really feel like I can just do a lot on defense. I feel like I can cover well. I can show up in the run game. You know, I feel like all of our DBs, our linebackers, we're good at reading our reads, you know, just flying to the ball as a defense.
How's practice been this week?
Pretty good. We've had 2 solid days of practice.
How big of a game is this Friday night for y'all going on the road at Locust Fork?
Oh, this is a big game. You know, this will be our, I think, farthest away game we've had this year. I really think that we're hungry for this win. I think we're going to work for it.
Of course, they came up with the 40-22 win on the dedication of Jeff Smith Field over Ohatchee that we had this past Friday. And don't forget, this Friday for us will be on the road a little bit further up the road from here in Alexandria for the Battle of the Belt between the Valley Cubs of Alexandria and the Warriors of Cherokee County. A big thanks to all of our participants tonight. Cherokee County, along with Dex Preps, as well as Walter Welburn and Moody, including Josiah Dozier, our FNN Player of the Week, courtesy of Talladega Short Track. Don't forget, 6:30, our countdown to kickoff, and 7 o'clock for the Battle of the Belt between Alexandria and Cherokee County. So for all of our guests, and of course a big thanks to Zane and Maurice for joining us tonight, and a big thanks for you for joining us here on the FNN Coaches Show from Top of the River in Anniston.